Hey everybody, I'm jumping on here live and let's see. We will have Jason K. Wixom jumping on here shortly. Awesome, there you are. Let's see, let's get you over here. I am super excited today. This makes me so happy. Hey,
Hello.
how's it going? Hey, you're sideways. Can you turn your phone up and down? I know it's like totally opposite of everything that we've learned. I don't know if you're up and down or
Um, on the little tripod that I have, I'm not able.
oh, you're not able to. Okay. Well, we'll talk to you horizontally then. That's
Sorry about
awesome.
that.
No, this is totally cool. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, just chopping some stuff up to make some salsa.
Ooh. Well, I just want to welcome. We've got a viewer here. Hi, Christina. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, Christina.
So what we're doing here is we're just highlighting actors and seeing their journey and hopefully inspiring others that are interested in acting to go out and take that step and go into it. So thank you, Jason. First of all, I just kind of wanted to know, get a background for what your acting career has looked like.
Um, well, my acting background has looked like everything from extra work to leading in web series, commercials, and feature films,
That's
and a
awesome.
little bit of theater.
Ooh, what do you prefer? What's your favorite genre?
Ooh, that I've done or just in general?
In general, like what is it that you really enjoy to do?
Fantasy
That's awesome.
and
Awesome.
westerns.
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of pictures with you in there and it looks pretty awesome. So it's really cool. What is it? When did you first know that you wanted to be an actor?
So, I actually never wanted to be an actor. I was kind of, well, when people ask me what got me into acting, I tell them I was tricked into it.
You were tricked into it?
I was tricked into it.
How were you tricked? Can you share that story with us?
So, the first agency that I had here in Utah, me and my mama, we were at the state fair back in 2016, and there's a talent scout
Hmm.
there, and they stopped us, asked if I thought about doing acting. No, I always wanted to be a baseball player and author, so
Ooh.
but they said, well, how about you stop by the office, give it a try, and we'll see what happens. So went there, tried it, and it was okay. Like, it was fun, but it just, I don't know. But we ended up signing a lot of money later,
Mm,
and years
mm.
later, Gephardt actually did a undercover story on the agency.
Wow.
Yeah, and
So
yeah, so
out
A
of
plus.
that whole I mean that's really good for people, especially people getting into the industry. There are things that to look out for and to ask around and really kind of delve into it and get a good feel, like really trust your gut, I believe, on those things.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in LA. Trust me, I went to a couple different things and spent some money some places too, so I understand. That's a big fear that's out there, but I think doing the research, like looking back, do you think that there could have been different things that you could have done, or what do you think you learned from that process?
Don't go with the first talent scout that says that you should slash can be an actor. And if any agency says we guarantee you jobs, run.
Yeah,
Run
run.
as fast as you can the opposite direction.
Yep, absolutely. Well, thank you for sharing that experience. That is a really important lesson, and I'm glad that you can share that, and hopefully that others will hear that and be able to avoid things. So, with that though, through the process and where you're at now, do you enjoy acting? Is that what you enjoy doing? Is there something else that you want to be doing in the industry?
So I love acting. I would also like to try my hand in directing, but I don't know if that will ever happen. I don't like producing, I can tell you that.
I
Going
saw that title
between,
on there.
yeah, yeah, I won't do it. Trying to go between the main actor and the director slash creator was, yeah, never again.
It's good to try things out though, so that's awesome that you have that experience and okay, no, I'm more into the acting part, so that's awesome.
Yep.
It's a great example to show how you kind of tinker around and go with that. So let me see. What do you think is the your biggest highlight? Or is there anything that sticks out to you that you just want to share, like a story that was really fun, something that you just loved, either being on set, any part of it?
Um, there, funny story on one of the sets I was on. It was back in 2012 for the feature film Zombie Hunter. We were filming at the old Air Force Base there in Wendover. And one of the ledges for the barracks is I was sitting on the ledge eating my bagel. And all of a sudden, I hear the makeup artist and one of the producers saying, Jason. And all of a sudden, I get knocked to the ground. Come to find out that one of the doors had fallen over, and that's what hit me.
Ooh.
So they're rushing to make sure that I'm okay, and I just stare at my bagel that is now in the dirt, unable to eat.
Oh,
I cared more about the bagel than my own safety.
oh man, that's crazy. There's a just anything can really happen on set. That's true. I
Oh yeah,
wanted to say I was able to go down to St. George and see the premiere of 13th Cross, and
nice.
everyone in the film loved everyone. But I have to say, honestly, your part, like it just everything with the writing and your acting and just everything. I'm not going to give anything away, but this is my favorite part of the whole film. Like absolutely, it was totally cool. So I don't want to give it away. It hasn't been released here technically yet, and it will be coming out soon. So I don't want to give anything away. But yes,
Well,
beautiful job, well done.
I'm glad you liked it because I just remember after filming that the car scene that I didn't think I did very well because it was so hot that day, and poor Eric was roasting in the car, and you noticed that I had the jacket on,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was a hot, miserable day, but that's kind of why we do this, is for the love of it, because if we didn't love it, we would not go through half the stuff we go through.
So many extremes, yeah,
Probably more
yeah.
than half, but
But I mean, that's true. Like, is there a certain aspect about being on set? Is there a certain, like, do you like it when the clappers go and you know it's go time, or do you like your prep, or what is it like that really kind of connects you to being present in the moment that you enjoy about acting? Is there any one thing that stands out more than the other?
it's not really one thing. It's just more of being there with people that honestly most of the time you have never met until the first day on set, but after the first day and filming and being with each other for 12, if not plus hours, you become a family after that first day. Um, if I had to pick one thing, it would be that.
That's beautiful. That's so awesome, Jason. Well, thank you. Let's see. Are there any like bits of advice? You gave the one earlier about, running away if anyone promises anything, but anything for like the person that's out there that feels that they want to get into acting and they really want to go for it and they're just either hesitant or they just don't even know where to begin. Is there anything that you would like to pass on to that person?
Start with extra work. Because out of the acting, it is the grunt work of actors. So if you, I, I tell people who get discouraged after like their first, literally like first month of acting that they haven't had an audition or they haven't gotten a role or just so many things. And I tell them that I didn't get my first speaking role until 5 years after I started.
Wow.
And it was for a Twilight spoof, funny enough. I played Carlisle. So it took me 5 years just to get that one little role. And correction, I said that wrong. It was 2010. It was for the feature film Chick Magnets, the first time around. And the line was, this girl was talking to me, and the line was, So, yeah, do extra work, because if you can put up with extra work for years, you will be able to handle being a working actor. Because, yeah, like, also being an actor is a great way to network. That's how I've actually made a lot of the contacts I have now, is from doing extra work. Also, you have to get out of your mind that you won't do free projects. Do free projects. That is, I say this because I was like that when I started out. And I think most actors, if not all, are that way, because you immediately want to start getting paid, but you have to pay your dues. You have to go through hell to get to that point.
Well, I think there's a difference. Like what I've noticed is the way that it comes across. There are certain things that when you start working and start connecting with people, there are different projects you're going to find that you want to help this person. It's that collaboration. You want to get together. You want to be part of that. Everyone wants to be part of that. And that synergy that's payment. Like it's beautiful just being part of that. So I think there's different things there that you can kind of, once you start getting into it and playing around with it, you can get to know, is this person just trying to take advantage of free actors, or is this really a project that we can, really all contribute to? Like there's different feelings there. So I completely agree doing, working free projects. And I do see, there's a lot of people saying don't do free stuff because it's you're bringing down the pay rate and all of that different stuff. And I see that side of it as well. But again, it's kind of coming back to, trusting your instincts and seeing, making sure everyone's benefiting there, I think that's how kind of I judge it. And really anyone, if it's your career, go after it the way that you feel you need to go after it.
You're definitely right that depending on the project, and not even the project, but the person who's doing the project, because I have probably a few people that it doesn't matter who. Sorry, so that part. It doesn't matter what project it is. If they ask me to be a part of it, whether it's paid or not, I will do it in a heartbeat because I know, one, you've seen their stuff and you know that it always turns out not great, but fantastic. Just not only with the story, but the cinematography and the acting as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. And also student films. Most student films are going to be free because, just like you, they're new to the industry and they're trying to grow as well. So working on student films are a great way to network because they are the filmmakers of tomorrow if they decide to continue. Now, not every student filmmaker continues because after their first short wasn't very good, or they got some criticism, or a number of reasons. So,
Yep. Absolutely. Well, I just wanted to make note here. Inglewood Films says Jason is the man, so they give a shout out. Charla, thank you for joining us. Yes, Jason is sideways. I did not prep him beforehand accurately and let him know, so we're kind of stuck that way. But well, there you go. So thank you so much and we got a couple other people joining here. Thank you for joining us. Now, Jason, is there any way, or what's the best way for anyone watching that they can check out your work, see what you're up to next, follow you, support you, or hire you? What's the best way to get in touch with you?
so the best way depends on if you want to go through. Well, I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. So, best way to get a hold of me is either directly or through my manager, who is Michelle Christensen at Stars and FX Management, which I usually go through her for out-of-state stuff. And then my local agent is Warren Workman, the Warren Workman at Royal Talent Management.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else that you would like to share while you're here?
Yes. What I found out as I kept going is you will be your worst enemy with this. And I know it's hard because it's still hard for me, and I've been doing this for almost 15 years now. Trust that this is what you're supposed to do, and know that it's the love for the art that you keep going, because honestly, the love for the filming and the love of not only seeing the movie places, but it's seeing the audience's reactions that really make it worthwhile. Whether
you are the slimiest of person in it or the hero. Their reactions and how they were able to connect with you or your character is honestly the best feeling ever. And I know Charla would agree with that, and I'm sure you would too, Melanie.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure any actor or director or even script writer feels that way too.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much, Jason.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure having you. I also want to say I'm so impressed with how I see your networking. I see how you get yourself out there. You are constantly in the groups. Anywhere I happen to go look and see, I see you. You're working. You're doing it, and you know, I appreciate seeing that in actors, and knowing it's hard after a while. Oh, so many different, you feel like it's rejections, and sometimes you take it personal, but you keep going, you keep pushing. So you're an absolute inspiration to us, and thank you for all that you do, and I love seeing you in films. So thank you for
Well,
doing what you love.
well, thank you. I look forward to seeing you in 13th Cross.
Thank you so much. All right, have a beautiful night, and thank you everyone for joining. I appreciate you checking us out and seeing what's going on. And please head on over to Jason's Insta. He has in his bio, you can get a hold of him there. You can DM him, and I will add some stuff in the comments as well. Thank you so much, Jason.
Yeah, thanks, man. Have a good night.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.